absolutely upper management can be threatened by you. And let me tell you, they will never, ever admit this. They will never tell you. If there's a kind soul in your company who will one day let you know that your confidence is intimidating, that your competence is intimidating, whatever it is, that would be a great gift to you. But the reality is, people will not tell you, and people will never admit it. And sometimes, we think that it could never be. You think, how could somebody who makes more money than me be threatened by me? How could someone at the top of the org chart be threatened by me? It happens. What kind of people pose a threat? It's not about you being mean or not getting along well with people. Sometimes it's people who are very competent. If you're very skilled, if you have knowledge that other people don't have, that could trigger insecurities in someone. That could make them nervous. If they're not secure in their own skill set and their own position, which is the case, just because someone has a big salary and title doesn't mean that they're confident. So here you come and you know all of these things and you have this presence that can be threatening to someone. If you're an independent thinker, that can be considered a threat. Everybody, a lot of times in these companies, they want people who are just going to go along with what is said. They don't want you in there questioning things or thinking for yourself. I told you in a video a long time ago, I made a video about a series about cults and how some of these companies feel like cults. They don't want you to stand out or be different. They want you to fall in line and be like everyone else. If you're assertive, especially if you're a woman, and if you're a Black woman and you're assertive, you can forget it. People are going to be scared of you. You're aggressive. That's what they're going to say. So an assertive person is someone who's very direct with their communication, which is the best type of communication style you could have at work. You should be direct. But there's so much passive aggressiveness in the workplace that when they come across somebody who just speaks in a direct way, it's a problem. And leadership, a lot of them can be fragile. I say if the more fragility you see is going to be around the top of that org chart. They do not want people coming in and speaking to them in a certain way. It feels harsh when it's just direct because they feel like it should only work in one direction. That's from them to you. You might be influential. You might have a big network. You might be someone who they're concerned that you could rile other people up, that you could direct people, gather people against something that they have going on. Like, some of these fears are just so ridiculous and unfounded, but this is how they will feel and how they will view someone. And so if you wonder why you can't grow in a company, why you have this issue, and you might have it across multiple organizations, you are someone who needs to perhaps take a different route in your career. Look for companies who actually care about growth, which is, I will tell you, it's rare. It's rare for them to say it and really be about it. So look for companies that care about growth and truly care about diversity, and not like just the obvious diversity, but diversity in the way that people think. I don't think that's very common, especially when you get to the top. They're all pretty much the same, and oftentimes just packaged differently. You can start your own thing. You can become an entrepreneur and build a staff, build a company, or you can become a solopreneur and say, I don't want to be bothered with a lot of people. I'll just, have help here or there, but ultimately do my own thing. You can, be a consultant or do contract work so that you're not tied to one organization and have to deal with the politics too much there, depending on how long you're there. But when you're contractor, you're in and you're out, go on to the next company. Sometimes that's very appealing for people. What I really would like to see is I would like to see so many of you stop spending so much time talking about your employer. When I go on LinkedIn, I just see post after post after post about your company, your employer, what we've done, what they did. It's so great. It's so wonderful. I'm glad that it's great. And there's nothing wrong with, highlighting those things every now and then. But like, who are you? What are you about? What have you done? You're not going to work there forever. Is your whole identity where you work right now? Or is there something else you have going? Present yourself as a thought leader in your field. Talk about your skills. Talk about what you're doing. If you're going to use LinkedIn, which I know can be annoying for people, but like, Become your own person. Establish your own identity instead of being a cheerleader for someone else. Because guess what? Then the next post is, oh, unfortunately, and then you don't even work there anymore. You don't even work there anymore after you did all of that. Now who are you? Somebody looking for another company to champion instead of yourself? So remember, think about who you are and let us know that. And you should remember that. Who are you?